Boom shakalaka. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin chart that bears shocking similarities to a previous Bitcoin pattern and what this means for Bitcoin coming up. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about this shocking chart that is insanely similar to a previous Bitcoin pattern we have seen before and what this could mean for the future of Bitcoin. Before we get into that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join our private Discord. You can get a link there at patreon.com/cryptolove and come join us over on Twitter at @thecryptolove, where every Friday we give away one of these sweet shirts whether the market goes up, down, sideways, left, right, A, B, select, or start. Now, over the past couple days, we predicted that Bitcoin would get rejected from $40,000 and come down to about $35,000. If you don't believe me, you can check out that video right up there. Now, what could be happening for Bitcoin? If Bitcoin ends up turning around and going back up north, we could have an inverse head and shoulders, bringing the Bitcoin price up north, potentially even up to $50,000. But that's not what we're talking about in today's video. In today's video, we are talking about this chart right here and this shocking similarity. Look at this. It goes sideways, rockets up, goes sideways, rockets down, goes sideways. Same exact thing that happened back here. Now, this is a shocking chart. Now, how did I find this? Well, over on our private Discord server, Animal Mother was telling me about this chart right here, how we've been trading in $31,000 to $40,000 for 26 days, and we're right in the middle. And if you want to see the chart even bigger, look right there. Now, he also talks about it on his YouTube channel right here, Craig Simpson. You can check that out up there. But I went and I took a look at the chart because I said, hey, this is pretty crazy. This reminds me a lot of when the price was around $10,000. So what I did was I started playing around with this bars pattern thing. You go to the left here, you click this, and then you click bars pattern, and you can make these ghost bars patterns, which are really cool. So I did that. All right, I zoomed out and I said, hey, you know what? This kind of looks like we have sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways. Well, let's see what happens if we transpose that onto where the Bitcoin chart is right now. Well, it looks almost identical. It's actually shocking how identical it is, because if you put it on top, the gap between these two sideways parts is exactly the same amount of time, like to the day, shockingly similar, and it's almost an identical bar pattern. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, if that were to hold true, we could potentially see the price of Bitcoin heading up towards the near $50,000 area coming up soon, which is what we predicted here. But like I said in the previous video, once Bitcoin hits 50,000, there's a strong downtrend that's likely going to bat it back down. So if that were to happen, guess what? That same downtrend, and you can even see the downtrend right here. Look at this. Okay? That same downtrend that's right here in this graph, this dotted line here, is identical to this dotted line right here that could bat Bitcoin all the way down until about August. Now, we were talking previously about how August is the end of this Bitcoin Tonto pattern. Again, you'll want to watch the previous video to check that out. But if that were to hold true, the Bitcoin Tonto pattern, guess what? Then it would start to break out to the upside, and we would again get back to this $45,000 area before potentially a black swan event in November. But could we predict a black swan event in the future? I don't exactly know, because they don't exactly happen like that. But here's the interesting stuff. So based on this chart pattern, if things were to happen similarly to that previous chart pattern, and it's crazy how these things line up so perfectly. Like, you can't make this stuff up. It's definitely not coincidence. But if this stuff were to line up like it was, we would not actually be seeing a new all-time high until, get this, June of 2022. Almost a year from now, we would not have a new all-time high. But after that, the price would pretty much rocket up to about $300,000 by the end of 2022. Now, this is different than what a lot of people think, because everybody thinks that 2021 has to be the year for the bull run. But maybe it doesn't. Just because Bitcoin did things before previously doesn't necessarily mean it has to do them again. So past performance is not an indicator of future success. But that's only one of two possible scenarios, because here's the other scenario that I was thinking of. So when Craig mentioned that we'd been trading this area for a long time, it reminded me very much of how Bitcoin was trading around $10,000 for a while before it actually rocketed up. Nobody knew whether the price was going to go up, down, or sideways or the other, kind of like what's happening right now. And this was actually where Bitcoin was trading around the $10,000 area. So if we just move that over to where we are right now, okay, first thing I want to notice is, again, shocking similarities occurring right here. These things look almost inverse, okay? So goes up here, goes down here, goes down here, goes up here, goes down. Look at these, even the spikes right here, almost identically inverse. Again, just uncanny little chart things that you find when you're messing around with this. But what would happen if we are in this same $10,000 going sideways area? Well, we could be in this part of it, where we might see the price just going sideways until August. Again, August seems to be a strong indicator of positive price movement this year, but until August, and then we see the price rocketing north to about $215,000 by February of 2022, or if we're a little bit closer, if we're towards the end right now, then potentially we could see that $215,000 by January, which would be a more likely estimate for what a lot of people think the market is going to do this year. And if we take a look at the general trend that we have going here, this would basically continue this previous trend that we've had going for quite a while since the bottom all the way down here. You can see right there. That would actually continue the trend. We would just bounce off this line and then continue coming back up until the end of 2022. So I just wanted to share those two quick charts that nobody else is talking about. Very special thanks to Craig. Make sure to check out his video. I will post a link to it in the pinned comment. And also, this tweet here from Robert Kiyosaki. I really respect what the guy has to say. He's one of the guys who convinced me, him and Raoul Paul convinced me to go all in on Bitcoin when it was $10,000, and I'm glad I made that decision. So they're saying, Robert Kiyosaki is saying, the biggest bubble in history is getting bigger. The biggest crash in world history is coming. Buying more gold and silver, waiting for Bitcoin to drop to 24K, crash is best time to get rich. Take care. So he's actually not in Bitcoin yet. He thinks we could likely see a crash like what we were talking about with this chart right here. We could potentially see a crash down to, he says, $24,000. He said $27,000 previously, so he's actually brought his estimate down a little bit for the price to crash down. Because again, I think even though the price has gone down 50%, we still haven't had the complete, just like everybody scared shitless. So if Bitcoin were to drop to $24,000, people will get scared shitless that it's going to go to 20,000 and then it's just going to go to zero. And then that's when everybody's going to buy in, and that could send the price to the moon. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy that, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at TheCryptoLove, and also come join our private Discord. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.